Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered about the question, is the Philippines ready for nuclear energy? To get the answer to that question, let us first know what even is nuclear energy. Nuclear energy, based on my research, is a form of energy released from the nucleus, the core of atoms made up of protons and neutrons. Having nuclear energy in our country can have many advantages, but also has disadvantages. That is making Filipinos think if it's actually good for us. For me, nuclear energy is absolutely good for our country because I believe that those disadvantages aren't enough for the advantages we'll receive from it. To support that, I have listed three advantages of nuclear energy, and it's first, its cost, its low cost operation. Second, it creates jobs. And third, it is a reliable source of energy. First, low cost operations. Once, once it is built, it can provide electricity at a stable price. The Philippines is one of the countries that uses the most electricity and makes some Filipinos suffer. So having decreased prices can help us. Uranium doesn't have to be constantly purchased in large amounts, and nuclear plants can produce a huge amount of energy from a small amount of fuel. High cost of certain things is a big problem in our country, and having nuclear energy can decrease the prices of it and can help people have less problems in their finances. This is the first advantage that can really help us and think that disadvantages is not enough to stop our country to have a nuclear energy. Second, nuclear energy creates jobs. Because building nuclear energy is a hard task to do and it will take a lot of work to do, it will require a lot of people to be able to build nuclear energy, so a lot of jobs will be available. The Philippines has a high unemployment rate, and having open jobs will help Filipinos provide for their families and lower the unemployment rate in our country. Jobs like being an engineer is hard, as you need to learn new difficult things in life. But it will allow us to learn a lot of things and will help us realize the important things we have to do in our lives rather than just doing unimportant things. This advantage of having a nuclear energy solves not just on jobs, but many problems that we are having in our country. Lastly, nuclear energy is a reliable source of energy. Nuclear power plants has a higher maximum power and it is more reliable than wind and solar plants. Nuclear plants are built to be resilient and withstand extreme weather to continue the operation and maintain the help it is giving to us. It also requires less maintenance because nuclear plants can last up to 2 years before you will refuel it again, and it has a lot of electricity supply. Like I said in my first point, it lessens the price of our electricity, and it is one of the biggest problems of the Philippines. So having less price will help us. Knowing that nuclear plants is more reliable, it finalizes that nuclear plant is good for our country and should be used. To conclude everything I said, nuclear plants can really help our country in many different ways. It has some negative effects, but the positive effects that it can give to us is much better. Nuclear power plants can remove the biggest problems that the Philippines is experiencing. Nuclear energy having low cost operation, having it to create jobs and being a reliable source of energy are some ways why it is good for our country. The Philippines is absolutely ready to have a nuclear plant and make us experience the positive and negative way it has. If we use it properly, it will make the difference we want it to make, and we will experience the life that we all need and want.